Hey, it's been 2 weeks since I last filmed, and last week was Halloween, and that day got away from me, so I was not able to film. So here it is 2 weeks later, and instead of giving you a rundown of everything I did for those last 2 weeks, I will merely summarize it by saying I got in some really good workouts. Although I missed last Friday because of my daughter's class, and Saturday there was no class at my gym, and Sundays I missed my long runs because I was a lazy ass. And to say that my food was horrible, like it has been, I have not changed my ways yet. But thanks to my fitness pal, I know just how bad I have been. Halloween candy got the better of me. I devoured all the Reese's pumpkins because those things are so freaking good. I couldn't help myself. But now that the bag is gone, yes, I ate the whole bag. Although it was a small bag, I still ate the whole bag. I need to get back on the train. Of course, I'm saying that right before Thanksgiving and Christmas, but moderation, people. I just need to moderate what I eat, and I'm trying to do that every day as a struggle. Instead, I'm going to talk about a couple of things that I am adding to my repertoire to help me on this fitness journey. And I will also say that one of the things I did in those 2 weeks was an InBody analysis, and I will give those results to you. And it was kind of an experiment, and I failed the experiment, but it's good to know. So the first thing that I have added to my list of things that I like to try to use to help me is my new water bottle. Now this is a smart water bottle, and it connects to an app that tracks all the water. So this is not a flavor stick or a cool stick. It's actually sensors that let you know how much water you drank. When I first started this, I kept saying, I need to drink more water, I need to drink more water. It's hard to keep track of that. I had water tracking apps, but every time you take a drink of water, you have to go into the app and mark it down and do the math on, because not all the little things are measured, and it was just getting a little too much for me. So I was starting to drink a whole water bottle and then doing all at once. But, when you don't drink a whole water bottle or you leave it at home, then you kind of forget where you are and you refill it, and especially when you use it for class. Anyway, so I got this one, and I will throw up what a daily picture of the app looks like here. And it just lets you know how much water you've been drinking. Every time you take a sip, the little thing goes down a little bit until you're at the end. I have had a few issues with it. If you fill it up in the middle, it'll count it as a whole water bottle. Sometimes it won't count stuff if it disconnects and reconnects, even though it's supposed to track for, like a few days, even if you're not connected to the app. So I try to connect to the app by the time I finish one before I start the next one, and I found that that kind of keeps it regular. Another thing that I got was these oh so stylish shorts. Yay! So I don't know if you can see all of them. They're little biker shorts, super thin, and they have these sensors in them right here and a little control center right here. And these also connect to an app, and I will throw up what that looks like right here. And these measure you. So you put them on and it measures your hips and thighs, upper waist, lower waist, and you can track like how many inches you're losing. I measure myself with an old-fashioned clothes tape I got from my grandmother. I feel like it's a little more accurate than some of the newer ones. I feel like they are trying to make people feel like they've accomplished something, so they don't track as well. I also, when I measure, make sure that I'm not like squeezing it all, so that I'm like, I'm getting my whole girth. When I get measured at the gym, each person's a little different on how tightly they measure, and I find that that has a really big impact on your measurements. I feel much better when they measure me as opposed to me measure me, because I think I'm a little harder on it than they are. But here's a picture of my measurements that I got at the end of last week. And it's always good to have a starting point. I this is one of my, well, I've gotten measured quite a few times, but since I started this YouTube journey, this is the second time I've gotten measured. I have lost inches everywhere except for my left leg, which is a good thing because my left leg and my right leg were uneven by about 1.5 inches, I think almost 2 inches, because my left leg with my knee is a lot weaker than my right leg. So my right leg will take a lot of the weight for it, and then it gets bigger. So my left leg weaker, less muscle, right leg bigger, more muscle. With working out for the last 2 months, they have evened out. They're only 1/2 inch apart. So that's good. So I don't mind my left leg getting bigger. That's muscle that I have put on. One of the other things that I did was my InBody analysis. That is a machine. I put it up, I think, in my second video, that measures your fat content, your muscle mass, your water intake, where your fat is stored, like all kinds of stuff. And I did that at the beginning of the journey, and it was way off from where I had been when I was working out consistently last year. I'd gained 20 pounds. I'd lost a lot of muscle mass. I'd gained a lot of fat. So I have been working out hard for 2 months, and I haven't really changed my diet. So that is 2 months of working out consistently and not eating well most of the time. I have my days where I eat really well. I think I'm back on track, and then I buy a cheesecake. I don't know why I do this to myself, but it happens. Anyway, I got my InBody done, and I have gained 1 pound. That 1 pound was 1 pound of muscle. So my fat content, I will throw up the InBody here, is actually exactly the same as when I started. Like, it didn't even change at all. So I have gained 1 pound of muscle, and I have lost 0 fat. And that, my friends, is an experiment. That is showing you that you cannot lose weight just by exercising. I mean, if you exercise mad, like all day long, obviously you're gonna lose weight. But for somebody who's just doing like a good workout or a good run, like an hour or so every single day, but you still eat like crap, you're just going to maintain what you have. Like, I literally did not move on the scale. So all that food I was eating combined with all the exercise I was doing kept me equal, right at the same spot. So there it is. Here's your experiment. I ate the same. I exercised a lot. All I did was gain 1 pound of muscle. Nothing moved. So it is true that for a weight loss journey, your diet is a major part of it. So although I'm a lot stronger, I've accomplished a lot in the gym. I'm lifting heavier. I'm going longer. I have higher endurance. None of that matters on my body because none of the fat has gone. I still got the belly. So now that I know that, I have the results. There's no lying with science. I got the data. I know I need to work on that. So there's the line. One of the things I have changed also is, instead of running on Tuesday, Thursday, I am now doing a cardio core combat class at my gym. Now, I was really hoping that this class would start after the holidays. My coach was talking about making it permanent. He's run it a few times in the past. I've always wanted to take it, but it's never worked out with the scheduling. Either the time was wrong for me or I was not going to be there for part of it. He finally was like, it's continuous and it's starting right now. So my final 2 weeks of training for my Adventures 10K has gotten nixed because you have to be there at the beginning of class. So, and I really wanted to take this class. So I have switched out running for a boxing class. We do boxing, a lot of cardio, some core. Today we were on rowers and airdyne, along with boxing, some running, some sprints. So I'm getting a workout in. It's just not training for my race like I wanted to. So I don't know how I'm gonna do on this 10K. I obviously will finish it. I obviously will do better than the, just walking all of it, but will I PR? Probably not. My legs are a lot stronger, but I did do a workout yesterday. I was wearing a 40-pound vest. I was doing banded sprints, and my knee is really angry at me. So I don't know how hard I'm going to be able to push it on this race. Anyway, that's about it. Diet needs to change. Exercise, stay consistent. And I will try to measure myself with my fancy shorts, probably maybe once a month, and see how the inches are doing. And hopefully keep up with my water. If I have a new gadget, I love data points, and I have something that's going to track that. As soon as I can get into that and keep it consistent, it will stay with me. I've learned that from my Fitness Pal. So those are my goals. Anyway, thanks for sticking around, and I will upload next week. See you then. Bye.